Now then, YouTube. Bit of a false start there. You won't see any of that, but if you know, you know. We are back doing
We're in the cut.
Exactly,
in the edit.
exactly. It's all edited. Don't worry about it. Behind the scenes stuff. You don't need to worry about that. You just sit back and just listen to some bad takes. Not that difficult.
Mine are bad takes. I'm just saying.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll see how if that rings true. Anyway, we are back. I believe this is episode 6 of Premier.
Yeah, it's game 6. Yeah, but
Game
number
week,
7.
Game week 7. I believe this is episode 8. We did do that one international thing.
Yes, good call. Good call.
So, yeah, we are back. We had another round of football. First one back from the international break. Hallelujah. Yeah, just short, sweet. We'll just rattle off through last week's results as always if you're new around here, and then we'll do the predictions for next week. So, you want to kick us off, Mr. Lank? Was the last round of fixtures?
Yeah, we'll jump straight into it. First match I have down was Crystal Palace and Fulham. That finished in a ball draw, quite literally.
That it did. What did you put down? What was your prediction for that?
Mine were a draw.
I put a draw. I initially went with a Fulham win, but then when I found out they were away, I went, do you know what, draw. And just like Roy, they came back and it was old and stale.
I would say we're on bench.
Yeah, he's back. It was good to see him back.
No, that's good. That's good to see him back. At least he's better. This is better.
And then we went into the drifts and the drabs of Luton versus Wolves, the second game.
Oh, bro, I was when I saw we had a man sent off and they'd equalised, I was like, this is my week.
You went
I
for
called
it.
You went for it. I went balls to the wall.
See, I had the opposite reaction. I put Wolves to win, and I was like, this is my time. And then they went 1-0 up with 10 men, and I was like, they're 10 men, but Luton is shit.
The thing is with Luton, like, if you look at Luton, like, yeah, fair enough, you know, they've just come up and blah, blah, blah. But when they're bringing on an impact sub in Corley Woodrow, now, I'm sorry, I've got no disrespect to Corley Woodrow, but he was class at Barnsley. But that's Barnsley.
Was it a penalty?
What?
The Wolves game, was it a penalty?
I don't know. I haven't seen all of this weekend. I have been mega busy, so I have literally seen the extended highlights of the Leeds game and nothing else.
Basically, one of them went ricocheted off his foot and then bounced onto his arm. They deemed it in a natural position. But to me, it's like if it hits your leg or whatever, like...
If those sort of things, you've got to... All you have to do is look at it and think, yes, is the arm's in an unnatural position, but it's a ricochet.
Well, not just that, it's a ricochet, but he's like sliding to block it or whatever. Or
yeah, that's what I mean.
But it's not an unnatural position. If anything, it's a natural for balance. Like,
well, yeah, but it's an unnatural position because he shouldn't have it 2 inches away from his arm. Fuck off! You're ruining the game.
You're supposed to slide with your hands behind your back.
Yes, slide like that. Just do fucking bobsleigh. Fucking idiots.
Cool runnings.
But out. Yes, yeah, cool running. Shout out. Rip John Candy. But yeah, just looking at the stats and stuff. I know we had a man sent off Wolves, but Luton did. Luton went at him, and I was so very close. But yeah, I did. I put Luton win, so I did not get to the point.
I put Wolves. But one for 2, both of us.
Yeah, 1 for 2 so far. And then next game up was the nailed on prediction of Man City.
Oh, there wasn't nailed on because.
Well, beforehand, would you have picked any other result than a City win? It's a nailed on win, man.
But Rodri sent off. There was
2-0 up within the first 14 minutes.
I know. Opinion on the sending off again?
Again, I haven't seen it.
Basically, they were scuffling, and he put his hands on his chest and pushed him back, and then he put his hands like there, and then Morgan Gibbs White with the act that would give him an Oscar went down about 10 seconds afterwards, holding his face when he'd been held by the neck. He shouldn't have done it, but
yeah,
it's one of them where it's like.
It can be construed as violent conduct.
Violent conduct is a very strong word for me going like that to somebody. Like,
yeah, I know, but it's one of those things you've got to keep level-head. People, your city, you're 2-0 up. Everyone's going to do what they can to try and throw you off your game. You just rise up above it and just say, all right, 2-0 up, fuck you.
What I found funny about this, though, is Edison put his head to somebody's chest and he didn't get sent off. was like,
What falls he down?
yeah. Well, no, I didn't headbutt them, but he moved towards them like a headbutt.
What did he say? What did Marco? What were it? Marco Materazzi said, "Tu me bessie bien" or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, well, I'm not going to translate that, but I know what it means. Rodri's going to miss the Arsenal game now, though. Just a fun fact. That'll be an interesting one to look out.
Yeah, that will be an interesting one. If only they had someone to come in and cover. I mean, it's only like Chelsea.
I did see someone online said that he did it on purpose so he could get a rest.
The man who shall not be named come on slightly afterwards, and he got his 6 minutes of football, and now he can claim another fucking triple, the dirty little scumbag. Moving on, I had a City win. Lou had a City win, so we're 2 for 3 right now.
I not have. I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Next up, I had Brentford Everton, and boy golly, who saw this coming?
I mean, I kind of did. I said a draw.
Did you? Oh, okay. I went for a Brentford win.
You went for an emphatic Brentford win.
I don't think I went emphatic Brentford.
I'm making it up now. I've said it. It must be true. But yeah, I don't think anybody really saw this one. 3 goals for Everton.
Yeah, no.
Away from home.
Yeah, looking at the stats as well, they absolutely battered them to an extent.
They came out the blocks sharp though. That's one thing.
Yeah, 6 minutes in, and Tarkowski, fucking hell, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's actually playing instead of modelling. Who the funk it, ladies and gentlemen? Who the funk that? No. Sean Dyche gets his win and helps the Toffees out, who are currently in takeover talks. So that's going to go well because you've got about 6 clubs lining up to sue you if you get taken over, and you don't get dot points. So. One of them is us. Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes because it'll be a whole situation. It could be a whole situation of like fucking Tevez and Mascherano again. But hey ho, it's nice to see Sean Dyche actually getting a win. But like I said, I predicted a Brentford win, so that sort of foobarred me.
Yeah, I went with the draw. I said Everton would put more of a fight and maybe get some points on the board. I didn't quite get this. Moving on to the Lancashire derby.
Yes, moving on. The next game I have is Burnley vs Scum, and shockingly enough, I had a Scum win. As Luke keeps saying, I am a secret Scum fan, which would never happen. I've got 2 pieces of red clothing in my wardrobe. One is a Die Hard jumper, and one is a Michael Jordan Bulls jersey.
You said one last. You said I rewatched it. You said I have one item. Red clothing. See, it's doubling by the episode. It's doubling by the episode.
I've got a Die Hard Christmas jumper and I've got a fucking Michael Jordan jersey.
But I said Man United. It wouldn't be convincing, and
Lo and behold, it wasn't convincing.
Well, it was a good goal though. I'll give him that.
Still playing Johnny Evans at back.
Hey, Johnny Evans scored and got an assist.
Yeah, I know, but like. That's why it's come to playing Johnny Evans.
Man, did you see that
this
Man
is
United
supposed
team?
to be one of the best teams in the world. Johnny Evans.
Like you say what you want about Chelsea, but Ten Hag spent 400 million, and that team is just got Reguilon, Evans, Lindelof, Dalot,
McTominay,
Hannibal Mabry, Bruno Fernandes on the right wing for some reason.
Yeah, Marcus, I feed school kids Rashford.
Didn't feed the striker today though, did he?
No, because he's a selfish little prick. Oh, look, there's finally competition coming in against me. I know, I'll just be a greedy little fuck. Where have I seen that before?
Man United are not convincing. I know they got the win here, but they're just floundering, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a bit like yourselves to an extent, but it's weird. It's weird because, like you said, you spent 400 million. You look at that team and you just think,
where's it gone?
Well, yeah, where's it gone? If you're coming to a point where you spent 400 million, you've got Johnny Evans as your centre half. It's like things need to be looked at. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have Harry Maguire over Johnny Evans. Hot take, right?
I wouldn't.
I would. Johnny Evans is one fucking sneeze on away from getting retired.
Yeah, he's one more than Maguire could only dream of.
Oh yeah, because he were a fucking.
I mean, he won a Champions League.
Yeah, we're a mainstay in that
team. He did more than Calvin Phillips did.
Yeah, don't know what that is. Anyway, moving on. I had Scum win.
I have Man United win.
Yep. Next game
Brighton.
is
No,
Arsenal
Spurs.
Spurs.
It's North
Yes,
London
Arsenal
derby.
Spurs. Again, who thunk this coming? Spurs actually putting up a fight, which is interesting. Yeah. What did I have? I had an Arsenal win.
I had a draw. I did funk it.
Fuck.
I did funk it coming.
Fuck.
I even said I think Spurs might win. I'm gonna go with that draw because they're away from home.
Yeah, I know both of us were like, obviously it's a North London derby, so form just goes out a window, and it's pretty much pot luck what happens. Yeah.
I think Arsenal are lucky, you know. I do. Like the first goal was a deflection. The second goal was a penalty that, in my opinion, wasn't a penalty, and Nketiah should have been sent off.
Declan Rice got injured as well, didn't he?
That did.
There's some worrying signs there. Yeah, there's some worrying signs there. Their new maestro, Matt Holding midfield row, is unfortunately injured, and it looks like he's going to be out for a while. So,
all right, Kai Havertz is there.
God almighty. This is going to be one of those testing times for Arsenal where it's like, what are you actually made of? We're how many games into the season? Six games in, and it's already like under caution. It's like, right, we need to. This is where it gets proven.
But when you've got a team like City there, you have to be relentless from start to finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to touch on Spurs, they're going from strength to strength at the moment. They're not playing amazing, but they're getting the job done, and they're just playing decent football. Madison is up there as the signing of the season already.
Yep.
Hon's got 5 goals already this season. Amazing what you can do.
A second top goal scorer.
It's
amazing what happens when you're not just focused on one fucking pinhead on a board.
Doing well in Germany.
I could do well in Germany, Lou. It's playing for the only team in Germany. My nana, who can't walk or breathe, could do very well in Germany. She could average 15 a season.
Mane did that, and he couldn't manage it.
Yeah, but Mane were fucking playing out on wing, and he barely got played.
Yeah, because he was fighting with his teammates when he did play.
Yeah, a bit like fucking Kane at Spurs.
But yeah,
let's move a ball.
Angie had to win Manager of the Month for me. And yeah.
I agree that they are going from strength to strength. It feels like with Spurs, it's a team thing.
Yeah, they don't have a standout players though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm not knocking them and saying that they ain't got any superstars, but they're normally the teams that do the best. Look at Brighton, for fuck's sake. All we have to do is look at Brighton. They ain't got world-class players. They ain't got stars. They're just team. They're just a team that plays for each other. You have that, and it don't matter what world-class stars you have. So unfortunately, I had an Arsenal win. So Lou is 1 point up on me, I believe already. Next game, swiftly moving on, Brighton versus Bournemouth. And finally, I went for Brighton, and I don't know why it took me so long.
I mean, Bournemouth went 1-0, didn't they?
Yeah, Bournemouth went 1-0 up. Dominic Solanke. Who thunk that?
Did you see that, though? Did you see the goal? Basically, the keeper came out, he basically passed it to him, and he just chipped him from like 30 yards out. It was a nothing goal.
Yeah, I don't really know what to add to this, but
South Coast Derby, Brighton carry on. It's a good team.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would not want to play them right now.
No. Ferguson didn't get any goals, but
Mitoma got 2, super sub.
Yeah, I forgot that I saw this as well over the weekend, but I forgot he played for him. Billy Gilmore. I remember when he were the next big thing at Chelsea, and then all of a sudden just got dunked on his fucking face.
It was only 2 seasons ago.
Exactly, that's what it's quickly. It's weird how quick things change, isn't it? Anyway, yes, I had Brighton win. Yourself, Lou?
I had Brighton win. I'm all in on the hipsters.
Fuck's sake! So it's still 1 point in front. If you don't remember watching the last episode, or you did not see the last episode, it is a 3-point week this week. Yeah. So it's all to play for. It's very much all to play for. I had a shocking Saturday, and then the Sunday, I was flawless. Let's just put it that way. So next up is the Unai Emery train and Villa versus Chelsea. Take it away, Lou.
A first one out.
1.5 billion.
I just want to say, I'm going to get all the excuses out of the way first. PGM, what is it? The PGMML or whatever the fuck they want to call them, the Referees Association, are a fucking disgrace. The amount of mistakes in this game was just. Right, first of all, we had the added.
Is this slightly biased?
No, in the first half, they added on 3 minutes, and he blew after 30 seconds. And then, to make up for it, they added the time on in the second half, by which time Chelsea were down to 10 men. So you literally let Villa play on with 10 men for longer. So the disadvantage is just...
Why did you blow after that long?
Because he's a fucking dickhead, that's why. 45 minutes and 37 seconds he blew after. When there was 3 added minutes, and they had an injury in that time. I don't know why he blew early. Second of all, it wasn't a red card, I don't think, personally. This whole endangering an opponent thing. He won the ball. Like
it's down as roughing.
He slid in, he won the ball, and then there was a coming together, and he caught him with his ankles on his studs on his ankles. And
I think I've seen a picture of that.
Yeah. And initially the referee didn't even give a foul, which is quite funny.
I guess VAR.
And then VAR came, but then the linesman gave it the foul, so he gave him a yellow card. And then after about, I'm not even joking, about 5 minutes of VAR looking at it, they decided to freeze frame it 5 seconds after he'd won the ball. And his studs were on his ankle and sent him off for excessive force, I believe is the term they used.
That's what annoys me about all this shit, right? If you win the ball...
Are you meant to put your foot?
Yeah, I don't get how you can...
They both slid in, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't get how you can... If you can hear background noise as well, it sounds like I'm being robbed. So I might be getting robbed, or my girlfriend might just be moving shit around.
Might be a new video coming soon.
Yeah, I don't get how you can tackle someone, get the ball, and then, he's caught him on the follow-through. Well, obviously, you're tackling someone. Where are you supposed to go? I'll just tackle, stop, get the ball, stop, and then fucking move sideways.
But yeah,
it's a joke.
More out of the way about the ref. Just repeat it. Chelsea dominated the game. They couldn't score. Thiago Silva made another mistake, and they scored. And then the sending off, and Chelsea just kind of didn't turn out. They had a 1-on-1 with the keeper with 10 men, and they still missed. So Sterling 1v2 with the keeper, decided to shoot and missed.
It's not looking great for my pre-season prediction on Chelsea.
Thiago Silva, I love him, but I think time he's made.
I mean, if only you had someone to take his place.
What, like Howell? No, he's playing at left back.
Not like any one of the several thousand fucking players that you have.
I don't know. My big complaint is Pochettino. Why do you hate Modric? Every time, I'd say the last 3 games, he's been Chelsea's best player, and he's the first one to be dragged off as like a scapegoat. It's just, I don't understand it.
Seeing that a multiple Pochettino coach teams, though, aren't you? There's always seems to be that one player that you don't like, and then it just always forever fucks with him, pretty much.
But every time he got on the ball, something happened, and he just took him off as soon as the player got sent off. He was like, Sterling did nothing all game but fuck the tackle. Like, every time Chelsea went forward, Sterling was either on the ball too long or misplaced passes. Thiago Silva makes a daft mistake. Howell's at left back. We've got Cucurella, who I don't rate, but he's on the bench. You've got Chilwell, who's vice captain, who you've made vice captain, and yet you play centre back at left back. I don't understand the logic. Jackson is frustrating. He's now suspended.
Hang on a minute. He what fucking next big thing about 2 weeks ago?
Well, he's now suspended. He's gotten 5 yellow cards in 6 games, and every single one of them has been for dissent. I don't even know how you do that as a striker. Like, not fouls, dissent. Like, why is somebody not turned around to him and told him to just shut the fuck up?
Best 37 million.
Cole Palmer he brings on every 20 minutes. It reminds me of when Sarri was in charge, and every 67th minute he'd bring on Kovacic, Barkley, or vice versa. But he brought on Palmer. He did all right. He weren't amazing. He weren't awful. Enzo Fernandez in the number 10 doesn't work. He needs to be in the 8. He looks a bit lost in the number 10, to be honest. But who doesn't look lost in that team? Sanchez played all right. I guess there's that.
Anyway, I mean, up the Unai Emery train. They looked all right. They looked all right.
Chelsea was a better team, but
your boys, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, your boys. What did you go for?
I went for a.
Yes, fucking get in. I went for a Villa win.
I will say though, the one saving grace is the transfer window's not that far.
Yeah,
they can
you need to go out. You need to go out and buy
more players. Exactly. They need to.
Let's get some more money on that fucking transfer window in like 20 years' time.
Just sign Ivan Toney and just no more business. Leave it at that.
Talk about him going to Arsenal. Which, let's be honest, it's something about we glossed over, and I really wanted to say actually, but I forgot. Arsenal need number 9. Oh, fucking God, do they number 9?
Jesus just doesn't do it.
No. There was the whole start of last season. Yeah, he got injured, but I think that were a flash in the pan. I hope he proves me wrong because I actually quite like Gabriel Jesus, but the whole Kai Havertz striker role, why are we still doing this? I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm not a Chelsea fan. But why is this still a fucking thing?
Won a Champions League.
And then Eddie Nketiah, I didn't rate him when at Leeds when everyone was chanting his name. He got 3 in 25. So I mean, there's your striker. So swiftly moving on. I had a Villa win. So I think we're now tied. Are we? We're now tied.
Yet again.
Yeah, this could be interesting. It could be 4-point week next week. Next up, we have Liverpool West Ham. I expected a bit of a closer game. I don't know why. I think I've got more higher hopes for or higher expectations of West Ham than what should have been, to be honest. But yeah, it's nice to see Jota back getting a goal as well because I felt bad for him when he got injured. It's nice to see him back. Penalty for Salah, goal for Nunez, sorry. Darwin Nunez, and then they had a goal ruled out for offside as well. Whereas Jared Bowen, who fucking hell, man, he's another one going from strength to strength. I so wish we'd have signed him. I don't think it'll be long before someone big comes in for him.
I can see him at a top.
He deserves it. To be honest, I could see him going to fucking City. You know what City are like. You know what City are like. We're wingers.
English.
Not just English wingers, just wingers in general. Yeah. Looking at the stats, Liverpool pretty much fucking dominated this.
Darwin Nunez was another one. He missed a few chances, but
again, fucking West Ham. He ain't got a fucking centre forward.
But you got to think though, Antonio's purple patch now over, so he's back.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And
he always has a purple patch at the start of the season, so just get a fucking centre half in. Kurt the cat kicker Zuma. It's just why is this still a thing?
Champions League winner.
So Steve Finnan.
Was Ryan Bertrand.
Yeah. I didn't see out of it. I'm just looking at stats and stuff like that, but
Will dominating pretty much from what I saw.
Yeah, pretty much.
Standard. They are probably. I wouldn't say they're back, but they're back being.
Yeah, they're motoring, to put it as a term right now. Whether they can sustain that, it only takes one fucking injury to Van Dijk and everyone starts losing the shit like it's end of world.
I don't know. I don't even think Van Dijk's been that good. I think Salah gets.
I don't think he's been that good. But remember last time he got injured and everyone was just like, "Oh my god, what do we do? Oh my god, it's over."
It's not been the same player since that injury though.
No.
Salah gets injured though.
Well, this will be it. It'll be interesting to see what happens in January. 200 million. Do you take it? Fuck yeah, you do. You take it and you go try fucking convince, what is it? Vinicius Jr. or fucking Sancho or Saka or someone to come. 200 million. But yes, I had a Liverpool win.
Did I?
And moving on to the final game, boy,
Jesus.
as a Leeds fan, I mean, again, who funked this coming?
Yeah.
I saw messages in group chat and I was just like, what's happening? And then I put flash scores on and I'm like, oh boy. The thing is, it's not only 8-0, but it's like 8 different goal scorers as well. And I fucking love that. I love that.
Did you see that one Newcastle fan who put out a tweet saying, Newcastle scored today? That's not a very good attack. But to be fair, they are playing arguably the worst team in the league by them and Luton by a country mile.
I feel. I don't know. Like, some players that Sheffield United have got are good young players, but they're sort of same as Luton this year. They're just cannon fodder. We're just a pawn. That's all they are. They're there just to make up numbers for me. If they get even outside of relegation zone at any point this season, I think we've done well.
I mean, Cameron Archer's a good player. Gustav Palmer's a good player.
I've always rated Tom Davies. You've got that Harmer, and then you've got James McAtee, who's a sick young player. Who else were there? There were a few of them.
Ollie Norwood, he's alright.
Ollie Norwood's alright. It's not too bad. But yeah, we're just cannon fodder, I feel, and to an extent, I do feel sorry for them that way. But when I put my Leeds hat on,
Who do you think's gonna finish on less points, Luton or Sheffield?
Sheffield United.
I think Luton.
I think Sheffield United. I can see
both of them getting less than 20.
I don't know points wise. I never put a point on it, but I can see Heckingbottom getting sacked for losing another game.
Yeah.
That's be all and end all, to be quite honest. Yeah, who's the first to get sacked? That's what we should have fucking done. I'd have never got Poch. So I had a Newcastle win, which is shocking.
I also went for a Newcastle win.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 10. How many do you get? 7. Fuck's sake! It's going to 4 points next week, boys. It's going to 4 points. So just quickly run through. If it does seem quick, guys, always run through. We normally do have a bit of ramble, but I've got stuff to do, so this is just trying to fly through it. In the Premier League table, City, Liverpool sit top. City, perfect record. Liverpool are unbeaten, 1 draw. Below them, we have Brighton 3rd, Spurs 4th, Arsenal 5th, Villa 6th, and West Ham 7th.
Deceptively high.
Yeah, no, that's what I was just thinking. Then we've got 16th, we have Wolves, 17th, we have Bournemouth, Luton 18th, Burnley 19th, and Sheffield United 20th. I thought about this at work, actually, just going off on a little tangent. Could this quite possibly be the worst group of teams to get promoted?
It's definitely up there, which is surprising because at the start of the season, most people put Burnley mid-table, including both of us.
Did I?
Yeah, you said. I said Burnley.
I feel like that's no risk.
I said Burnley had finished 10th, and you said, yeah, I could see him finishing quite high.
The thing is, Sheffield United, I can see sacking Paul Heckingbottom. Luton, I don't think they'll sack their manager just because of what he's done with that team. Obviously, getting them to where they are.
Sheffield United have got their own problems. They sold their 2 best players in the summer. They're borderline bankrupt anyway. Like if they didn't go up last year, they would have went under.
Yeah. And then Burnley. I mean, a lot of people looked at Burnley side and just thought they'd actually, scrape a few draws here and there.
Yeah, but they're just not playing very well.
That's what I mean. It's not going their way. If you look at them now, they're all on 1 point. And they've all got a stupid bad goal difference. I did think about it earlier. I was like, could this be the worst group of teams to get promoted? Now, not a lot of like 3 teams come to mind. Normally, you have maybe 1 team that does right well, like Leeds or fucking Norwich or who else?
Bournemouth a few years ago. Brighton a few years ago.
Brighton. There's numerous teams. There's normally about 1 team out of the 3 that does well. 1 hovers around there, and the other one normally just tanks it. But yeah, looking at that,
it's interesting though because last year none of the promoted teams went down. Now it might be the opposite.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
For me, Burnley's the shocker though. They romped the title, but I just
that's
playing that type of football in the Championship is not the same as playing it in the Premier League.
Yeah, my current favourite position in the Premier League is 14th. I like that number. It's underrated. Swiftly moving on to next week.
Dude, they've already conceded 6 goals.
All right. Is that going to win you Champions League?
Like,
is that going to get you to Champions?
What's that?
Is that going to get you? Is that going to get you to Conference League?
Third best defense in the league.
But is that going to get you to Conference
League? I
just
realised Chelsea got the second worst attack.
No shit.
No, third worst.
I bet you can't wait for Nkunku to come back.
Mate, if you think one player's gonna fix that fucking shit show, then you're fucking deluded.
You need goals. That's it. You need goals.
Well done then. You just need to win games.
Yeah. Like Michael Owen said, if you score more goals than your opponent, you'll win.
That's his aggregate. Away goals.
Right, moving on to the upcoming week. What is it?
Game week
30th. 7. Yeah, game week 7. We have got an outlier, which I'll get to later on. But the first game that I have up on my screen is Villa Brighton.
That's difficult.
Spicy meatball. Do I stay on the Unai Emery train, or do I
stay on the Brighton train that you've recently?
That's what I mean. But I've only just joined.
I know.
That's a tricky one, Myers.
An early kickoff as well.
Yes, 12:30 kickoff on the Saturday. This is a good early kickoff. This is a very good early kickoff. I am literally looking at the form guide right now because
I'm going Villa. I think that's one that can go either way, but I'm going to go Villa. Although I wasn't impressed by Villa against Chelsea, but Brighton seem to capitulate away from
home. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen.
He's getting stats out.
There's 4 points to go for this next week. Right, to make it a bit tasty, I'm going to Brighton. No, I'm not. A draw. No, I'm not. Always go with your first thoughts. Brighton. I'm going Brighton win. Next up, Bournemouth, Arsenal. Bournemouth at home, Arsenal away.
I'd say Bournemouth would finish bottom, and I still think that might win through, although it's not looking good right now.
Yeah, so for my stay up just by the fact that they're the 4th worst team. That's it. There's 3 teams worse than you. Okay, next up is Everton.
You didn't say who you were going to go with.
Oh, well, Arsenal is obvious. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? Arsenal. Next up is Everton Luton. Boy.
Oh god, that's not.
Everton home, Luton away. I've gone Everton straight away.
Yeah, I'll go Everton. Okay. Not got the faith in Luton.
No, not away. Maybe at Vegas. Next up is Scum Palace. Oh, I feel like this is.
That's an upset.
Yeah, I feel like this is banana skin. Scum are at home. They are a theatre of nightmares. I want to go draw.
I'm going to go draw. I'm going to go
draw. Oh, we've got 2 different ones right now.
That might bite me in the arse right there, but.
Or it could get you 4 points. You never know. You got to go ballsy to win.
You don't shoot, you don't score.
But, yeah, that's it. The next up is Newcastle versus Burnley.
Newcastle.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of them that are pretty obvious right now, but you just try to pick out that fucking one upset that's coming.
We'll say Everton one might be an upset, you
know. Yeah, I don't know. Goodison Park, I don't know. After that win, they'll be fucking hyped, won't they? The game after that is West Ham, Sheffield United. West Ham at home, Sheffield United away. Yeah, same. I'm going West Ham. Although you could go ballsy and go draw because the same about Jared.
Go on then.
No, I'm going West Ham. Next up is Wolves at home against City.
Do I have to tell you, my
I'm going City. I'll just say it just so you guys know. Lou obviously has gone for Wolves because he's
yeah, true. No, I think City. Yeah, City.
And then the late kick-off on Saturday evening is quite a spicy one. It's Spurs Liverpool. Spurs at home, Liverpool away.
I'll let you go first.
I've already gone Liverpool. I've already written it down.
I'll go Liverpool. I took a chance last week and said Spurs draw. I ain't going that way. No.
Okay, right. Okay, so Sunday we have only one game, which
I
is
don't
a bit
understand
strange.
why.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Sunday, one game, 2:00 kickoff. Forest at home to Brentford.
I'm gonna go Forest.
I'm going draw. I feel like Brentford might come back. Bit between the teeth.
I think Brentford are a good team. I don't know.
I
weirdly rate Forest this season. It's been a bit underrated.
I don't mind because as much shit as he gets, Steve Cooper's done a fucking good job with that team. As much shit as he gets. And then moving on to Monday Night Football, it's the Battle of London. Fulham versus Chelsea. Fulham home, Chelsea away, and it's an 8:00 kickoff on Monday night. Fucking hell. This hurts because, like, do you put Chelsea down? You're just like, you never know.
I don't actually know what to put for this.
I've gone Chelsea already. They've got to, because Fulham are blunt as a dead dodo.
Have you watched Chelsea recently?
I know, but fucking hell, like you said, one of them's got a fucking stick.
Fun fact, they've actually got the most possession this season in the league.
Yeah, he's not even going to get in fucking Conference League. Oh.
You're the one who said manager of the season.
Still could come true.
Pigs could fly. I'm going to go Chelsea. I'm going to stick with it as always and be disappointed yet again. I think it'll be a draw, honestly, but I'm going to go Chelsea.
Right, we have got an outlier here. The game that called off in game week 2, Luton at home to Burnley. It is on the Tuesday evening at 7:30. Now, I'm saying we count this towards game week 7.
Does that mean there's matches midweek next week?
No, next week it's just Luton Burnley because that's a rescheduled game, and then it's back to some Saturday matches.
One of them's going to potentially get some points.
That's what I mean. So again, I think we should count this towards game week 7 because we will not have time to make a video.
Yeah, I'm not doing a one-off video for one game.
Yeah.
Burnley win. Burnley win. They're gonna get the first win of the season.
I put Burnley down, but I feel like, you know what? It's Luton at home.
Have you put Burnley?
I've already put Burnley down.
Right, I'm gonna go draw then.
Oh, I want to go Luton. I feel like that's a fucking...
I'm gonna go draw. I think mediocrity continues.
Right, I'm saying Burnley. If Luton win, I'm going to be pissed off. So that's our review of game week 6, predictions for game week 7, table roundup.
Well done.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. The 4 points is up for grabs again. Will it grow even more? You'll never know.
It's an 11-pointer.
Yeah. Anyway, Lank on Leeds. Here we go.
Interesting time.
Yes, 3-0 win. Very good, very convincing win. I've seen the highlights. Again, I did not watch it. I was very busy. I watched the extended highlights. All 3 goals were beautiful. All I will say, if you are a fellow Leeds fan, is calm the foot down. We are, 8 games in? Let's just woosah a second. I am the pessimistic Leeds fan. I was there on the night of the semi-finals playoffs. I was there. I know what it feels like to be getting excited about doing something good. Let's just all calm down. Let's just all be level-headed, breathe, and just take it one game at a time. Coming up against Watford, I didn't really know what to expect. Our record against Watford's horrible. It brings back memories of fucking Millennium Stadium when we failed to get promoted. But need I worry because we were fucking exceptional. Like, literally exceptional. Rutter played amazing. Pirot played amazing. Pirot's just one of those strikers that
Oh, striker.
It's like, yeah, well, he is a striker. He's not playing as a striker for us. He's playing more of a number 10, which I don't like. I prefer both of them side by side. But Pirot is like that goal sniffer. He's always in the right place at the right time. He just pops up. That's what you need. I think that's something we've been missing for a long time with Senor Violin fingering his fucking self and his violins up and down pitch while he's
and
supposed
James
to be
got
scoring
another
goals.
assist.
Well, that's it. Dan James is the most assist-worthy player in the championship so far.
I actually rate him.
Why? Because he can run fast. No.
So can Rashford. Enough said.
Fuck it, no. Yeah. Dan, my allegiance to Dan James is still out. He turned us down once. Went to Scum. Well, he didn't turn us down, but he ended up going to Scum instead of coming to us, and then came to us. That's no. Biggest thing for me is I know a lot of my friends questioned this signing. Sam Byram is one of our own. He left. He got a bit of success in Premier League. He come back, and I'll be honest with you, he's probably been one of the best players so far this season. He's great going forward. He comes back. He pops up with an assist here, a goal there. That header, I mean, it was unmarked by a mile, but like still to be able to just knock it in like he did, I'm all for it. When I saw that he come back, I was like, I'm glad to have one of our own back. He left in amicable ways, so that's always better. People who don't leave in amicable ways, he who shall not be named, shall fuck off and never be seen again. But yeah, let's just all take it one game at a time. I enjoyed it. Again, like I says, our record against Watford is not great. The team just seemed to be bonding very well. Even the substitutes. What is it? Is it Jaden Anthony? Yeah, Jaden Anthony, when he come on, he looked a threat going forward. He was sticking his foot in, all sorts of stuff. It's, yeah, I'm glad because it felt for a long time that we hadn't had that team camaraderie. I'm still sceptical of the centre-halves. Cooper, as much as I love him for being a captain and like being Mr. Leeds, he's old, he's subject to injuries, he's subject to mistakes. Pascal, oh God, when he had his great Carly hair, it was immense in the Premier League. I mean, he cut his hair and it all went to tits. I think there's still a player in there, but he seems so nervous at times and it scares me. And I'd rather have like Charlie Cresswell playing. It just makes more sense to me. Start bleeding him now or start blooding him now. Let him fucking play. He's going to be future captain. You've given him a number 5 shirt for a reason. He's not playing. Also, Lou texts me later on that day and says that Everton and Crystal Palace are sniffing around Archie Gray. Please. You wouldn't even tempt us with £100 million bid. That kid is one of the highest regarded players to come from our academy that I can pretty much think of for a long time. Milner wasn't that highly regarded coming out of our academy. Smith won. Smith were rumours about Smith.
Rio?
Woodgate, stuff like that. Rio won our academy player. What are you, dickhead?
I don't know.
He were at West Ham.
I'm just, oh shit, yeah. I was just listing old Leeds players back in the day.
Yeah. Archie Gray's not going anywhere. Eddie Gray, well, any Gray would slap his face off if he had his head turned. Plus, I think the fans would revolt. Him and Ampadu in that holding midfield role was great. I think it's still, well, they're both young. Still a lot to go. What was Kamara played? He looked solid. Didn't do all exciting, but I mean, you need that sort of person. That N'Golo Kante, Lou will know. You don't need a fucking 7.5, 8 rating. You just need a steady fucking 6'8", 6'9" sort of rating. And that's all you need in an holding midfielder. So, I mean, things are looking up for game week 8. So let's, we'll end that hot and high. Game week 8, yeah, we're good. Let's just let's just take game week 9 as game week 9, and we'll go from there.
I've heard Gonongo might be staying as well, like on a long-term basis. That he's ready to
non-throw. Snaky Boy has not got a fucking clue whether he wants to commit or commit. No, I have to stop myself there. Whether he wants to commit to the club or not commit to the club, I'm still bracing for him doing exactly what he did in the summer, in January. If any other Leeds fan is not bracing for him and they think he's going to stay, even if he signs a new contract, I still think he's going to try and force his way out of the club. I'm just waiting for it because I will be proven right once again. But yeah, speaking of game week 9, it is quite a big game. I've not been in scintillating form recently, but away at Southampton, early kickoff. Excuse me, on the Saturday, 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. Form guide sort of goes out of a rule here because like we've won some, they've won some, we've drawn some. It's been up and out and all over the place. Southampton have just won their first game in 4 though, so that's something.
Have they?
Yeah. They lost 4 on bounce before their win against QPR at the weekend.
No, they got beat at the weekend.
Oh no, sorry. I'm looking at it wrong.
I'm looking at it, and I'm like 99% sure because I've watched the game.
Oh, I got it right one way or another. Why are we going from left to right to left? Okay, so anyway, yes, Southampton have lost 4 on the bounce. That's what I meant. And we are win draw. But yeah, it's a long way to go down. Southampton are still.
They're a glass cannon, very much.
Yeah. They have got speed and power. And if you're a Jeremy Clarkson fan, speed and power cures all, unless it's the last 4 games. But
or a hot meal.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how we cope with that speed and power, especially if we put like Cooper and Striker back. They're not the most mobile of centre halves. So that'll be something. But yeah, currently sit in 6th place. We've got Sunderland and Hull just above us. Cardiff, Norwich just below us. Fair few teams around there on similar points. Leicester are still somewhat not romping away with it. They're equal points to Ipswich and Preston.
Preston have been a surprise, actually.
Yeah, Preston are 1 point off Leicester, Ipswich 21 and Preston 20. But yeah, like Lou said a couple of episodes, it is definitely a marathon and not a sprint. So let's all just keep us cool heads on. If you're a Leeds fan, you know we sort of go tits up around Christmas, New Year's time, and then again in like April time. So let's just, let's go one game at a time. And that's all I've got to say. Lank on Leeds. It is what it is. Good game. And let's move on. Let's keep his heads level. Do you want to touch on Borough getting their first win?
Just a quick note. Yeah, they finally won. Johnny Howson scored. Did a fortnight celebration.
Ex-Leeds kid. Ex-Leeds lad.
Good player. He's coming to the end of his career, unfortunately. He's not quite got the legs that he used to, but he's still a good serviceman. Isaiah Jones played all right. He's started to come back into it this season, following last year where he very much did want to leave. They probably should have sold him. Hayden Hackney's one of the best midfielders in the league, and there is quite a few clubs sniffing around him. Riley McGree's finally playing in the correct position, and he's scoring again. So that's
weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weird that.
And just a shout out to Josh Coburn because he played amazing. He was strong, fast, quick, powerful, 6'3", local lad, good striker, and yeah. And that Vandenberg that they just signed, he looks really good and looks like quite a steal for the price they paid. Still not convinced by Lenihan this season or Sammy Dieng-Ingle. I think they've been a bit shocking, to be honest. And yeah, it's good to get the first win. It's a weird team to win against. They're not a bad team, Southampton. I think they were actually the favourites to go at the start of the season.
Them and Leicester. Yeah, them and Leicester definitely.
But yeah, they finally got off the board now properly, and They're only 8 points off the playoffs, which seems a lot, but you know, in the
I
championship.
can't believe that's what you're looking at. Like, I looked at it and thought, oh, they've actually jumped up a few spots. Well done. And then you're just like, yeah, but we're 8 points off at playoffs.
Well, they are.
Me saying,
No, but you know what I mean?
Saying, let's
as
take
bad
it
as
one
it
game at a
was.
time.
No, but it's like that's how weird the championship is. Like you can be bottom of the league 1 week and you be in the playoffs the next, and vice versa. Like especially early on as well, when teams are still trying to find their form. In the Premier League, they typically say 10 games. I'd say give it to Christmas, and then you know when the championship's at. Because
yeah, there or thereabouts, maybe late January or something like that. Because there's always someone who generally tends to make a late charge towards playoffs,
and they're normally the team that goes up as well.
Yeah, they are. It's one of those weird things that happens now on every year. It's
like Blackburn last year, they were romping, and come Christmas time they fell apart, capitulated, and it cost them. But the championship's a weird league this year. Yeah.
A lot of big sides down there. A lot of big sides, or ex-big sides.
Yeah, but that's because the Premier League's full of.
Excuse me.
That's because the Premier League's full of teams that arguably aren't that big. That's not a knock against them. It's just the lay of the land.
No, I'll knock against them. We're mediocre and we're fucking
Tin Pot stadiums. Not
Tin
naming
Pot Stadium.
Not naming.
The thing is, Luton's one of those teams that you're just like, oh.
They're a Blackburn.
Oh,
not Blackburn. They're Blackpool. Sorry.
They're a Blackpool. We're just like, oh, look at them. You go.
No, but for me though, Brighton are the same. I know Brighton are a really good team right now, but yeah, and Brentford is another one where I'm just like, lay of the land.
Brentford are obviously lacking that strike. They're lacking Ivan Toney, let's be honest.
He's going in January. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, he's absolutely going in January.
Bournemouth are another one where they're just they shouldn't be in the Premier League realistically, but they're there.
No.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are we done?
I think
we are done. Is winning, isn't it? But yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Anymore.
Lou's going to become a Spurs fan. Lahayam.
Yeah.
That's where we are going to leave it this week, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you did enjoy our predictions and our review. Our review and our predictions for game weeks 6 and 7. Come back next week if you want to find out what happens, whether one person finally wins it all.
What happens if it goes to like the end and it's like just nobody gets any points and you win 2-1?
We'll have to have like a sudden death playoff or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bet on like, I don't know, Uzbekistan under 23s or something like that.
Next goal
yeah, we'll have to come up with something like that. We're still got to come up with forfeits for each other. But if you did like the video, did enjoy it, please do like and subscribe. My link is in his description. His link is in my description. Without further ado, we'll see you next week about the same time. And peace.
Adios.